Hey, good Monday morning, off to another week. Miss Pam Holton has asked me to share at least a video, but probably a series of videos on the text, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." And you may think that sounds like, oh, that had to come from the Psalms. That certainly comes from the Psalms. That's what I thought before I started looking for it. It occurs in Nehemiah chapter 8 and verse 10. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And we're going to dive into the fact this week that there are at least two words translated joy in the Old Testament out of the Hebrew language. And this one in Nehemiah 8:10 is the word kidva. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And I'm not 100% sure of what the distinction is, why this word kidva would have particular use as opposed to the other one. And we'll introduce the other one maybe tomorrow. But the joy of the Lord is my strength. But here's the context in Nehemiah chapter 8. The Israelites had come back to Jerusalem from Babylon. Ezra had began reading the word of the Lord. They stood in Nehemiah 8 when they heard the word of the Lord being read, and they wept. It doesn't seem to be the weeping of sorrow, as just maybe the weeping of lost time, the weeping of just the weeping of lost opportunity. It doesn't seem to be the remorse of sin, put it that way. But I could find out more on that. I'll keep reading and studying it. But here's whether it's Ezra, Nehemiah, or the Levites, because it says that Ezra, Nehemiah, and the Levites were speaking, and then it says, he said. And what he went on to say was, this is not a day for weeping. He said, sorrow not. The joy of the Lord is your strength. The joy of the Lord is your strength. And so when there's a temptation to be sorrowful, either remorse for missed opportunity or remorse over sin, whatever the reason for sorrow is, here in this text, the author says, don't sorrow, don't weep, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. That points to us in the direction of overcoming circumstances through the joy of the Lord, overcoming sickness, overcoming financial stress, overcoming broken relationships, overcoming unemployment, overcoming whatever stressor you're under. Don't fret, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. And we'll unpack more of what the Bible has to say about joy and the joy of the Lord this week. I hope you'll have a fantastic Monday for His glory. Oh, and let me give you an update. I found out Sunday evening, after all of our services, that Josh Moorfield fell and broke his arm. And so Josh will have surgery on that arm on Tuesday. Let's say a prayer for Josh today and tomorrow leading into surgery. Thanks. Take care. God bless.